It's 9 p.m. on a Tuesday, and the dishes are done. The emails are answered, and there is genuinely nothing left on your list. You sit down on the couch, and within about 90 seconds, your leg starts bouncing, your hand reaches for your phone, and a small voice asks what you're forgetting. Nothing, you're forgetting nothing, you're just resting. And your body is treating it like a crime scene. But psychology tells a completely different story than "you don't know how to relax." There are 5 rare traits that define people who feel guilty the moment they stop. Trait 1. Contingent self-worth. This is when your sense of value isn't something you simply have. It's something you have to keep earning, hour by hour, task by task. Somewhere along the way, being was quietly replaced by doing. Not because you decided that on purpose, but because doing was the version of you that got noticed. And here's the part almost nobody names. This isn't insecurity in the way people usually mean it. It's closer to a ledger. Every hour of stillness feels like it needs to be justified against an invoice only you can see, one you've been keeping so long you forgot anyone else lives without it. The strange part isn't that you feel guilty resting. It's that some part of you is still waiting for someone to hand you the receipt that proves you've earned it. That receipt never comes, not because you haven't done enough, but because contingent worth was never designed to be satisfied. It was designed to keep you moving. And here's the thing, this isn't the only place the pattern shows up. If it were just about worth, you'd feel guilty and move on. But something else happens first, before you've even had a thought about earning anything. Your body reacts before your mind does. Trait 2. Somatic vigilance. This one lives below thought, in the body itself. Your nervous system has learned at some point that stillness is when bad things happen. Not stillness in general, your stillness. Maybe it was a household where calm was the 10 minutes before an argument. Maybe it was a period in your life where the second you exhaled, something fell apart. The body doesn't forget that sequence. It just keeps running it. So when you finally sit down, your chest tightens before your mind has even formed a thought. That's not anxiety about nothing. That's a body checking the exits, because the last time it let its guard down, it paid for it. Here's what almost never gets said out loud. Your body isn't malfunctioning when this happens. It's running training that's years out of date. Nobody ever told it the danger passed. Think about the last time you actually tried to rest. Not scrolled, not half-watched something with your laptop still open beside you, actually sat, hands empty, nothing to hold. If your shoulders crept up toward your ears within the first minute, that wasn't you being bad at relaxing. That was the old search running again. But a body on high alert can't stay on alert for nothing forever. It needs a reason, and somewhere along the way, you gave it one, not a small one. The kind of reason that stops being about safety and starts quietly running your entire sense of who you are. Trait 3. Productivity, identity fusion. At some point, what I do and who I am stop being two separate things. They fused into one. This is different from simply liking your work or caring about your responsibilities. This is when a slow afternoon doesn't feel like a slow afternoon. It feels like evidence. Evidence that you might not be the person you thought you were. And that thought alone is enough to send you looking for something to do. Ask yourself the question underneath the question. If you stopped producing for a week, would you still know who you are? For a lot of people reading that sentence, the honest answer is a flinch, not a yes. That flinch is the tell. It means the identity was never fully yours. It was rented from your output, one task at a time. And the cruel irony is that the more successful this strategy looks from the outside, the harder it becomes to notice from the inside, because it keeps working. Right up until the moment you sit still, and the whole structure goes quiet with you. So what happens to an identity built entirely out of output, on the one day the world stops asking anything of it? It doesn't rest along with you. It goes looking for something to prove it still exists, which is exactly where the guilt starts arriving early. Trait 4. Prepaying for rest. You can catch it in the smallest moments, closing your laptop for the night and immediately mentally listing tomorrow's tasks before you've even set the laptop down. The rest hasn't started yet, and already some part of you is settling a bill in advance, as if stillness only gets approved once it's been paid for. That's guilt showing up before the thing it's supposedly about has even happened. You haven't rested yet. You're just thinking about it, and the debt is already being collected. Nothing collapses when you actually take the 20 minutes. Nobody notices, nothing is lost, no one sends the bill you were bracing for. But the guilt doesn't check facts before it fires, it just runs on pattern, the same way a smoke detector doesn't check whether the smoke is dangerous before it screams. Here's the part that changes the picture completely. This was never protecting you from a real cost. It was protecting an old prediction that has never once been updated. 4 traits now: a ledger, a body on alert, a fused identity, a debt paid in advance. Different mechanisms, same shape. And that shape is pointing at something none of them can explain on its own. Trait 5. The one different from the rest. Trait 5 is unproven safety, and it's the thread that quietly runs underneath the other 4. Naming it, though, isn't the same as proving it wrong. It doesn't erase the ledger, calm the body, or loosen the identity. Something still has to change, and it isn't more explanation. You were never given proof that stopping was safe. Not once, not clearly, not in a way your nervous system actually registered. So instead of learning that rest is neutral, or even good, you learn to treat every pause as an open question. This is the part that changes everything, because it means the problem was never a character flaw. It was a missing experiment. Nobody ever ran the test long enough for you to see. I stopped, and nothing fell apart. Every one of the first 4 traits, the ledger, the vigilance, the fused identity, the guilt that arrives early, they're all downstream of this one missing piece of evidence. You were never taught that stopping wouldn't cost you something, so your entire system defaults to assuming it will. And that's the quiet, almost unbearable irony in all of this. The only way to gather that proof is to actually stop, which is the exact thing everything in you has been built to avoid. You don't need to fix 5 separate problems. You need one small piece of missing data, the felt experience, in your own body. That stillness didn't cost you anything this time. That's not a productivity hack. That's evidence. And evidence, once your body has it, is very hard to argue with. You were never lazy, and you were never broken. You were a person running on incomplete proof, doing the only rational thing a nervous system can do with incomplete proof, staying alert until the missing piece arrives. And the next time you sit down and feel that old tug to justify it, to pick your phone back up, to find one more small task to earn your place on the couch, that's not a flaw asking to be fixed. That's an old system asking, one more time, for the proof it never got. You get to be the one who finally gives it. You were never broken. You were built differently. Which trait hit closest to home? Drop a number in the comments.